Hello Butterfly Beauties. I am here to show you my planner lineup for 2018. So there's two planners here. They have some intentional purpose on how I will use them. I decided this year to go with a mini. Before I really get into all of this, excuse the dryer, but you know, I've got a lot of things I've got going on today, but this was a good time to get in here and do this video. So I have the mini deluxe cover on one, and then I have the recollections cover on another. So we're gonna get a 2-for-1 today. So we're gonna see these two mini happy planners, because this year I carry my faith planner with me every single day to work. So I decided, why don't I try the mini to be my everyday one, and moved out of my traveler's notebook. I used to do the classic. I still like it, but right now I'm just going to try to commit to these two for 2018. I will be throwing in a third thing into the mix, and it will be a traveler's notebook. It's not set up, but I hope it fits in here, but I'll do a separate video for that because that's for practicing something else that's going on. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, so it's not going to be, hopefully not super long. So I'm going to move that one out of the way, and I'm going to start with this one, which is Plan a Happy Life. So you can see my button here. So as you see, mine was one of those that got messed up. So all year I've always carried it this way. I just tuck it under and it's like this, but this year I am going to put a planner band on it. I have one somewhere, just need to figure out where it's at, and then that will complete, almost basically complete it. There's only one or two things that I want to add to this planner. So what is this planner? This one is my faith planner. So in my faith planner in 2017, I wrote my devotional, my daily devotionals here, because you know the mini is horizontal and I am horizontally challenged. So it's Plan a Happy Life. So as we open it up, these are my pockets. So this is a sticker I got a while back from Pink Bow Ties Lamika shop, which has got is dope. So it's been through some things. So I added it to a piece of cardstock. This is from the Mommy Lay October box, I think it is. Don't give me the line. But I decided that I was going to laminate these pieces, and I decided to use this one because of the word stay humble. So I added a Target clear pocket here, so I had to trim it down just a little bit so that way I could just take them out so I can put something in there, because as you know, with the mini happy planner, it doesn't really have a whole lot of pockets. And then this paper clip Elaine had sent to me a while back, and this is like my favorite paper clip. So there was two of them, and one of them has gone MIA at work. So, but I wanted to keep this one here. And inside the secretarial section, I have some inspirational cards that I got from a friend. Here's a couple of faith stickers, if you will. And then I have some blank journal cards here as well, because sometimes the day may take up more space and I like to add it clipped in. And those are probably pre-punched, so I just can have some ready, because sometimes that's what slows me down, is they're not punched and then trying to figure it all out. But I'm using the Glam Girl from the Happy Planner Girl line. So this is with the metal disc. So this is the one I have, and the mini is the Ooh La La is the cover. And of course, this is what it looks like in the inside. I used my Cricut, and I cut out my name with sticker paper. It's not vinyl, so the sticker paper was a little bit more of a challenge to take these little letters off and not jack them up when I put them on the paper. This is my bookmark Faith, and it's just on this one page. I like it that way. I got this from a set in Hobby Lobby. Then it has the calendar, and I like to always have a dashboard, and I really love this paper, so it's just sitting in here. I didn't laminate it or anything. This one's just fine. I have some sticky notes, and again from the Little Bits box, and as you notice that it says blessed, so I thought it was perfect. That was another reason that it just kind of spoke to me to use it for my faith planner. Then using the pocket pages, and so with these pocket pages, this comes from Illustrated Faith. So I had to cut some of them down so they would fit in the 2x2 pockets. As you can see, my crazy cut, here, but I wanted it to be here because with the ones from Illustrated Faith, they have the Bible and the verse. So let me just take this out so you can see it's a little bit better. So as you can see, each one of them has a Bible verse. So these Bible verses mean something to me. It spoke to me in some way for 2018. So it was important that when I'm looking at it that I can see the Bible verse always as a point of reference. So I can just go into my Bible app and pull it up. So that's why I cut around the paper so that way you could see, I could see the Bible verse for Micah 5:5, for example. Here's the other part of the calendar for this is for 2019. And then of course you've seen what the dashboard looks like. So I haven't filled anything out because I was going to film this first. Then I have this little dash insert, if you will, and this is woman of worth. So it just talks about how I'm a woman of worth. That is on a clip. And then January, we already know what that looks like, but I have our God is our big God. Again, this came from an Illustrated Faith devotional kit. So this is my to-do list for today. This is something I used in 2017, so I'm just bringing a little bit closer so you can see. So it says, count my blessings, practice kindness, let go of what I can't control, listen to my heart, be productive yet calm, just breathe. So this goes every single, I just move it over for the weekend. So this is where I will write my devotionals. So I'm not going to flip through the months. I just have through May in here. And then the next section that we have, again, these are the journal cards, if you will. And here stamped, but this type of paper is a little bit poor. So, oh, you can't really see my screw up in the camera, but that's good. And again, the prompts are here on the back. So like with some of these, they were too big to fit inside the actual pocket. So I laminated it. So let me just bring that a little closer. I laminated it, and then I used the removable glue dot, and I just tagged it to the top. So that's why you see some of these have the glue dots to it. And this one kept moving around, so I just glue dotted so it would stay put within the pocket, because it's actually in the pocket, but it just kept moving around in the pocket. I just think it's just the way that it was cut crazy around it. Alrighty, so then I have a dashboard here. So this dashboard is, you've got this, and I use the mess out of these Target card pockets. So here's this girl. She's holding a cup of coffee, but I kind of like, you know, sometimes we like praying with our cup of coffee in her hand. And here's some journal cards that are already, and I say journal cards, but they're just cardstock that are cut down to fit into the pocket, and they already are pre-punched so that I can use it in my planner at any given time. So you can see this says pray without ceasing. So it's going to be a blank page. It's going to stay this way, and hopefully you can see that. I'm not going to put anything on it. This is basically like that page section. Then it has prayers for my son, and I'm going to write up here grandson, because I don't have a son, I have a grandson. So I got this from someone I'm following on Instagram. I think Miss Baby Cakes is where I got this from. And then she said there was one for daughter, or was it the one for daughter she posted? But one of them. But I found one, prayers for my daughter. So these two are in here on a Manby clip. And then I have Psalm 23 for the workplace. I got this years ago, plain at work. And then I decided to Google search to see if I could find one, and I found one with this African American woman on it, which was perfect. So I keep that with me. Then Sand and Stone. So if you guys have known this story, Sand and Stone talked about write your sorrows in sand and your blessings in the stone is the moral of this particular story. And I just put it on some like maroon old file folder that I had. And this is where my prayer list will go. I'm going to use the grid paper because I'm not a huge fan of the grid paper, but I figured this is a good way to use the grid paper, is to put prayer requests and prayer items down on the grid paper. So I'll be adding some stickers and such to this. Then we have this divider, which you can see it says Sermon By, and this was a set of tab stickers I bought like 2 years ago, and I'm finally using it. And the Sermon By came from the Illustrated Faith Value Pack that I got from Hobby Lobby. So I'm kind of trying to bring it closer so you can see what it says. So these will be where my sermon notes go, because I like to take notes when I'm at church. This section is what I'm reading. So this is where I'll put like the Bible challenges. So, once a month, I try to do the 30-day challenges for the month. So this will go in this section. So I basically have 15 sheets because I figured a day on each side. I'm nothing but line paper. This one says Bible study, but this Bible study basically is something we call, at my church, we call it COG, or Circle of Greatness Small Groups. And we get together so many seasons, and we stay, and it's like an intimate Bible study session. So I have that here, just ready for when that starts up again. Hopefully I'll be able to continue to attend, because you can sign up for different days, locations, all that kind of good stuff. But so it's just noted as Bible study. Also, sometimes my church as a whole will do a Bible study that happens during the week, but I can't usually attend those because of the hours that I work. But there's a section that nonetheless that will be ready for it. So what I did here was alternate grid paper. Oh, actually, no, this is the one that I left just all the grid paper here to just make those notes. Then I have this paper clip, although I'm thinking I might have to change the paper clip because it doesn't hold it very well. And these just have some inspirational, inspirational. These has Bible verses here. So Jesus said, love your enemies and pray for those who, and these were free printables that I got from somewhere. Don't ask me where. BibleJournalLove.com. It's on here. And then this is from a set of journal cards, Bible journal cards that I have. So I like that one, which was Commit Unto the Lord. You can color it in, but I didn't color them in. And I have a pocket that's here as well. And then I'll just need to add my pen. So this is my faith planner. Alrighty, so that's how that one's set up. Now, this is my everyday planner. So my everyday planner, I put in the recollections because, one, I need to, can't be spending money, and I already had this deconstructed before. Plus, it has the wider strap, so it can actually do it for chunky. And that was my intent, was to use a classic set of rings and place it in here, but it wouldn't close right with the classic rings in here for some reason for me. So I went back to using the mini rings, and I like it this way, so it works out great for me. And of course, both are my colors, so it works out. So this one is also using the Mommy Lay box, and I believe this is November's box, I think. But you can see like the ugly where you pull it off. So this is some washi that I had, and I was having issues because this washi doesn't really stick really well. So I used some spray adhesive and then laid it down, so it worked out. So I just have decorated the pockets so every moment matters. And that's just kind of how it is. These two here, I used the glue dot to kind of make it stick so that you could see it, just because these pockets are a little bit deeper than I wanted to be able to see them. Then you have You Are More Than Enough is what we've got going on here on my front cover. So my mini is the Budget Mini Happy Planner. So with that being said, I told you that I'm horizontally challenged. So what I did was that my friend Rita had shown in a Facebook post how she put vertical pages on top of her horizontal planner. So I'll show you what that kind of looks like. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's so smart, because she was using the, she bought the mini recollections, and she basically tore the pages out and pasted them on top. I bought the mini recollections, and when I got a closer look at it, it wasn't for me because it has, it doesn't have Saturday and Sunday together. It has like Sunday and notes together. And I know that's crazy, but it just drove me insane. So you guys probably saw that video. I did take that back because it just wasn't for me. However, my friend Jenny knew my struggle. I wanted Saturday and Sunday together, and I wanted vertical. So she fixed it for me that I could have it that way. So that's what I did. So I kind of DIY'd my own kind of planner. So I have 3 months in here and some other items. So I said a lot, but let's take a look. So I have a pocket here that came from the Heidi Swap. Bought that a couple years ago. A journal card again from the Mommy Lay box. My friend Vivian did this hand lettering of my name back in May, I think it was, and I loved it. So I always kept it in the pocket. So it's here in the front. Again, I cut out my name with the crickets, all about the butterfly. So I have this butterfly paper clip that's here. And then we have the 2018 that's going on as far as the calendar. But then here is my one little word for 2018. So my one little word for 2018 is growth. And in the pot you'll see, or in the flower pot, you will see what I want to grow in. So joy, faith, finances, work, relationships. I want to grow as a woman, and growth with friends. So these are all the things that kind of what growth speaks to me. So I have that right up front as my reminder of what my word for 2018 is. So then I'm using the pocket pages. Again, just some nice positive quotes and items. And I really love this black envelope, so that goes in the middle. And then I wanted to be able to see pretty on both sides, so you have positive quotes and just sayings on both sides. Then I have my post-it notes, and my post-it notes I stuck to, you know, when you get your happy planner, there's a thin acetate that's on one of them, so I just used that acetate since it's already punched. And these are a mixture of two sticky note sets. One was like a glam girl one, and both of them kind of were like a glam kind of set, but I mixed them here so I can have some post-it notes. I use the dashboard, and again using these Target dollar spots, so that one spot pockets that everyone loves, so I can add and remove journal cards at any point, so that can always be here. And I like the polka dot one because, again, I still wanted to kind of have a girly feel, even though I'm using the glam girl in my faith one. And then I have the poem Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou that's up front. And then Woman of Worth again. So I wanted those two things to be here to remind me. I have a Heidi Swap envelope. It's empty at this point, but I like to put whatever. And then here is how the budget one begins. It has the savings goal, so I have not written in that because I was going to do this. I'll get to writing after I finish. So my pages don't turn as great just because it is kind of stuffed, but it's not going to work for me to go to a classic one. So you've already seen those. So I only have through 3 months in here. And so let me show you what I did talking about those pages. Let me go to one page that's not decorated. All right, so here I cut out, so she made it so it's notes on the top, and then Saturday and Sunday I needed the weekends together. So hopefully y'all can see that. I'm sorry if I'm not been in focus here. So then that's what you've got going on here, is that I basically just use my tape runner, and I just taped down the days. So these were added, the little butterfly icons, depending on what, you know, date covers if I use them or whatever, but they're all set just in case there aren't any date covers, whatever kit or stickers that I may or may not use. They're dated correctly, so that way I can just flip through. And then, of course, it has the expense tracker and bill pay at the end of every single month. So I've already done a flip through of what the budget looks like. So the next section has a folder, and it just says very important stuff. And again, you guys know these are my colors, the mint, the teal, black, and white. Some blank journal cards, if you will. This section has kind of a different feel because I'm using more of the, what do we call this? I can't think of the name of it right now. But again, as you can see, this one is Live Well, My Life, Stay Humble, Hustle Hard, Happiness is Here to Stay. So this one's going to be more towards health, if you will. Celebrate, work hard, and be proud of what you achieve. So work, fitness. So here is Live Well Goals. So this came from my fitness planner, which is from like 2016, 2017. So I'm still going to have to redate the pages, but I put Live Well instead of saying who this belongs to. I put goal. And then I put the first 12-month progress tracker. So, of course, I'm not writing in to see my weight and all that, but I will be starting that. And then I don't remember where I had this, but I had this journal card somewhere. So it says happy, and you got the yes, no. So I needed to remind myself of that, and I wanted to keep the water trackers. So I'm going to add the pages here to kind of track food is my plan, but I did not add the pages. I was really looking more towards progress selfie so I can put a picture and all that kind of good stuff and then kind of go from there. And then I posted this on my Instagram. This is my goal weight sheet. These are the numbers or date covers that are in the dates and months value sticker book or whichever. I'm not a fan of all the different color one, so I was like, okay, you know how I can use these up, because they gave us like 4 or 5 of these sheets, which I don't know why, but neither here nor there. So it will start with my start weights, and then I want to drop 20 pounds by my birthday, which is in May, and then this will have my end weight. So the thought here is just to cross off for every pound, so it goes down a pound. So when I lose a pound, I mark that off. When I lose 2 pounds, so forth, so on. Mini goals at 5, 10, and 15. So that's why we have the little bitty hearts here. And then we have all the stars when we make it to 20. Then again from the little bits box, so decorative, using the page pockets and making sure again that it wasn't just white on the other side. So this one I used the glue dot because she goes over 2, so it doesn't fit, so I need to have something kind of to back her up. So we went with the black, I went with the black and white polka dots because they have the flowers on the other side, so it goes with the scheme. So love today. So then I again had my Cricut cut me a sticker that says my name. This comes from the Glam Girl, the Planner Girl line, those envelopes. So the only envelope that fits is there's 3 in there, so the small one is the only one that fits in here. The other ones are a little too large, so that's how that works. Then again from the Mommy Lay box, this is just post-it notes. Then I have my Liz Butterfly here on this dashboard. As you can see, I have the Target spot pocket here, and I made sure that each one of them always had 2 pockets, so I can put whatever I would like on these in these pockets. And then these are just from the colored page. This is from the Dream Girl, I think it is. From the Planner Girl line. So today is a gift is in the peachy kind of color. Purple says notes, and then the green one says check it off. So I only have a couple that are there. And again, the Target 1 spot sleeve here, so I can put a journal card, some positive affirmation that is here. So that is my 2018 planner lineup with the mini happy planner. So I hope that this really kind of works out for me. So far I think it is. Just for example, I started working on my January week, and so the one thing is that the stickers really don't fit in the box for the width, but I'm okay with that. Which a lot of times in some of these kits they're made for Erin Condren, etc., and they don't fit in the box, like for some of the Traveler's Notebooks items. So I'm totally fine with that. Those folks who are a little OCD to it may not, but I'm cool with it. And I totally messed up and I double punched this because I was trying to get rid of this extra space here because I taped this. So now this page is going to be kind of coming out, so I'm going to have to figure out how to fix that. I don't want to washi it, but we'll see what happens. I guess after this week I'll definitely will be paper clipping it. But I think this is kind of my piece right now. I'm feeling good about it. It makes me happy. It may not work for everybody, but I really vertical layout works out for me. It really, really does. So, and I'm not as super busy. I'm thinking about using my classic happy pen. So there might be a third one, but it won't be. It'll be more for work when I'm in class. So that way I can jot down the agenda, what we did, yada, yada, yada. But enough of that rambling. So hopefully that you like this video. Give me a thumbs up. Definitely leave me a comment. You know that I do like to respond and talk to you guys. But this is how we're rolling into 2018 with the 2 mini happy planners. One for faith and one for every day. So they are intentional. So they will fit in my bag. So I don't have all the pretty, you know, how the top looks. I'm good with it. But this is going to work out for me because I like to keep my faith with me all the time. And then this one is just kind of easy to throw into the bag. So these 2 should work really well in my Mamby bag. Alrighty, so until the next video, talk to you guys later. Bye.